1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the Don't Overreact podcast, episode 2. It's taken us a while, but we're here.
We're back.
We're back in business. I'm Tyler.
I'm Drea.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, we are
Yes.
not NHS professionals. We have a student one in the room, but she's hiding.
Say hi.
Hey guys.
Hey, Billy Box.
We've got a nurse in the room.
Yeah, crazy.
We've hit big time now. 1.5 episodes in.
Yeah, that's solid.
Bless our little hearts. So last episode we did a brief overview of periods. Thought it was a really lovely way to start. So we're just going to dive right in.
Yeah, so we're talking about the things that make your period the way your period is. Or not the way it is.
Because let me tell you, when we did research for this episode, because we like that, researching gals, there are so many different,
Menstrual conditions.
conditions, that was the word.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I was thinking disease.
I know.
It's not a disease, it's, technically. Anyway, conditions.
Yeah.
There are so many that we just didn't know about. That so many
we
girls
wrote
have.
them all down.
We've got a list.
We've got a list, and do you know what? Most of them sound really similar, and I'm gonna have
Some of
trouble
them sound like you're
pronouncing
casting a spell. I don't really know. Yeah, it's like menorrhagia or something like that.
Yeah. It's different. We'll get
So
on
just
it.
excuse our pronunciation.
It's gonna be rough.
It's going to be rough. But just so you find
So
out a little
you're
bit more about them.
Right, so we're starting with the big.
The big E.
Are we? I
And
thought it started with big P.
Oh my god. Yes, and I didn't
The
see it
big
'cause
letter
it was,
one.
It was the title.
Oh no. You fucked it already.
Yeah, it's going really well. So, we're going to ignore the big E for now.
Yeah.
We're going to go polycystic ovaries.
PC.
We know it well. Well, I do.
Vogue.
Yes.
But anyway, so we have a couple of those in the room.
A couple of those. Ellie, say hello.
Hello.
Tell us hello.
Hi.
I wasn't really listening to what you were saying, so I don't know why I'm
Ellie, say
saying
hello.
hello.
Oh,
We've got 2 people in the room and they're not even watching the podcast.
hello. They're sitting on the
Oh
phones.
my good lord. It's going really well. So polycystic ovaries is one of the most common conditions that you will suffer with
Yeah.
if you have bad periods.
So I'm going to give you the actual Google definition of PCOS. Polycystic ovary syndrome is a condition that affects how the ovaries work. And then the symptoms include irregular periods, facial hair, and difficulty getting pregnant. But they are just the main ones. There's a bunch more, just ugly as well.
Yeah, I'm so glad to hear that it says facial hair in one of them because I just thought it's because I was Turkish. I had a little moustache growing up. But yeah, polycystic ovaries.
It honestly sucks like a lollipop so bad.
It sucks like a lollipop.
Well, it's a metaphor. It's what I came out with first.
That was beautiful.
It was.
It's really beautiful. Yeah. No, it does suck. It's just basically when you've got an imbalance of hormones. Most of these are an imbalance of hormones, to be honest.
There are 4 different types. If we were to get into that, I think that would have to be a specialist episode.
We'll do a little specialist episode on
specialist
4 different types. Just so you're aware, polycystic ovaries is the most common.
Yeah, mostly, like, if someone wants to be like, oh, you got PCOS, it would be an imbalance of the testosterone hormone, or male androgens, which is basically just male.
Yeah, we've got a lot of male hormones going on.
Yeah, they're just bashing about.
Little geezer, yeah, love it.
Sobbing. But yeah, so overdose, obviously, if there's an imbalance of anything in your body, it's just going to cause some crazy symptoms, which obviously now affects, and it's now called PCOS. PCOS.
Just PCOS,
Just
you know what I mean?
PCOS.
Yeah,
How many times was that?
it's lovely. And the way you just get checked for that, apparently you've got to be on your period for 8 years before they can fully diagnose it with a transvaginal ultrasound. And guys,
She got it in, she got the word in.
yeah, they definitely got it in. It's this like big, it's this big wand, if you will.
It's called a scalpel dildo.
We call it a scannable dildo. It's this big wand, and they just, you know,
They just shove it right up there.
they do. It's not as scary as it sounds. Like, say if you're a virgin, they won't do it. Because that's not the way you want to lose your virginity, to a
No.
little wand.
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah.
Float away.
You can say no, but they
Depends what kind of one.
have different sizes of them. So that's why they normally ask if you've had sex or not, if you're sexually active, blah blah blah. But it's basically a one that goes up. It scans the inside. It's like an ultrasound, but internal. It's an internal ultrasound.
It sounds scarier than it is. It's a bit awkward because there's a random woman doing it for you.
My nose is itchy.
And they're just talking to you like, how's your day been? While they're like rummaging around. And I'm just like,
They're like, take deep breath.
it's really nice. I remember when I was getting mine done, and then she was just like, she looked at the scan like on the screen, and she was like, so are you being tested for polycystic ovaries? I was like, no, but I think maybe I might have to be now you said that.
You said it.
Yeah, and they were just like, yeah, you know, you've got them.
Normally radiologists wouldn't tell you, but obviously in this case, because it's so difficult to not see, it'd be a bit like, she's going to know anyway. Blah, blah, blah.
She told me.
She told you.
Did me a right little favour, bless her heart.
Yeah, but... So,
Yeah, so do that, go to the doctor, ask about it.
how many times can we say go to the second
Go
doctor?
to the doctor.
Go to the GP. He's your friend, she's your friend, they're your friend.
Exactly that.
All of them.
Is it time for the big E?
The big E.
The big E.
Sounds like
the biggie smiles.
Alright.
Not ecstasy.
That's what I thought you meant. When you said the big E, I was thinking...
I don't know why, I just thought Ellen DeGeneres.
That would take a spin on the podcast if you just popped a pill.
I thought you were talking about Ellen. Or if Ellen
That
popped
as well,
it.
yeah.
I don't know.
If
Yeah.
Ellen popped in just a bit.
Oh God, no.
I think that'd be pretty awesome, you know.
Yeah, no, it would be lovely.
But yeah, so the big E is not actually Eczy or Ellen DeGeneres. It is endometriosis.
Yeah.
So endometriosis is a condition where the inside where your uterus is, the uterine lining actually grows on the outside and can attach itself to your internal organs. So it's almost like string, just like all in your insides.
That's him.
Disperse.
It can actually grow anywhere, can't it, in your belly?
Yeah, it can go in your brain, which is actually a bit concerning. But obviously, specialist episode, that's very rare.
It's very rare.
Very rare. And when that happens, they normally tend to catch that because it damn hurts. But anyway.
Yeah, it does hurt. But that is also another... Oh, she's dropped her ring.
Oh, bloody hell.
trying
Ring is on the floor.
Right, anyway, so...
Can you catch?
Yeah, I can catch and pass over.
Oh,
She can, no, valid. That would have embarrassing.
So I've got
if you
big
didn't.
arms. Endometriosis.
That's not an endometriosis symptom.
No, it's not. I've just got big arms. And big feet.
Bigfoot Bella.
Big mouth as well. Right, that was unnecessary. Alright, this is what it says on Google. Endometriosis is a long-term condition where tissue similar to the lining of the womb grows in other places such as the ovaries and fallopian tubes. Obviously, it ain't meant to be there.
Tell them.
Symptoms of endometriosis include pain in your lower tummy or back, pelvic pain, severe period pain, and pain during or after sex. So basically, I've been to a few gynecologists, and endometriosis is quite hard to diagnose because you can have a transvaginal scan, but it doesn't always show up because that shows most of the inside of your uterus and your ovaries and your fallopian tubes, where it can grow a lot of other places. So they also do MRIs, and you can have laparoscopy, which is the very easiest way to get diagnosed because they literally just like looking in there. They're like,
They
what
literally
is that?
just look in your inside
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, tissues there, shouldn't be
Yeah,
there.
they get the camera and they're like,
Endometriosis.
yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So I have had 3 transvaginal scans. All came back. I had a polyp the first time. The second time was to find out my IUD moved. This third time was to find out that my IUD moved. And none of them came back with endometriosis, but I have all of the symptoms. I'm being treated for that, and it just...
Your mum has it.
My mum has it.
Is it genetic?
It can be, but it's not always. Obviously, you can just develop it sometimes. It just depends on the hormones. It is an imbalance of estrogen, so you have more estrogen than you're meant
Another little
to. It's like the
imbalance.
opposite of PCOS, like imbalance of estrogen, imbalance of testosterone, female hormone, male hormone.
Male hormones.
Female hormone, male hormone.
Yeah.
So that
I love that you just pointed at me when you said male. That was really cute.
You know that's the one, man.
Geezer in the corner. Yeah. No, it's a very hard one to diagnose, but if you're having a lot of pain before... Not before sex, what?
You what?
During or after sex, then
Yeah.
I would say definitely
Not always though.
go. Not always. There's other things that it could be,
Yeah.
but go down the route to try and get diagnosed.
For realsies, if they do think you have it, you normally get put on birth control or something like that because it's the way they control it. If you've got hormone balance, they're going to try and balance it.
What's our next little condition?
Yeah. Remember, guys, this is not a specialist episode. We're just going through them.
Just
Right.
so you know, there's so many that you can have.
We're going through them. Don't worry. Dysmenorrhea sounds a bit like diarrhea.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. So we are basically just looking them up on Google and telling you what we sort of know.
We're
about them.
learning as you learn.
We learn. Right, dysmenorrhea, pain associated with menstruation, is also called dysmenorrhea. More than half of women who menstruate have some pain for 1 to 2 days each month. Usually the pain is mild, but for some women the pain is so severe that it keeps them from doing their normal activities for several days a month. So basically dysmenorrhea is like painful periods.
Very painful periods. My friend has dysmenorrhea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not being funny. It must be so difficult to like differentiate between dysmenorrhea and like anything else.
Yeah, it could be any of the things.
It's
They
such
all
a
have very
broad-
similar symptoms.
It's such a broad thing, isn't it? I mean, realistically, if you're in pain in your back, your legs, your pelvis, your shoulders, like it's literally everywhere.
Oh right, it's like if you have pain in your back, it could be one thing, but if you have pain in your ovary, it could be another. Like
It's broad or it's
there's so
specific.
many, but if you've got a pain, get checked out.
I mean, yeah, periods can be painful,
Periods are painful.
but
And for dysmenorrhea, I'm not really sure what they do about it.
I think they use birth control, or you just get sort of
The pill,
painkillers.
pain, proper para.
Proper
Paracetamol. What was it? Oh my god. I use this new paracetamol. Feminax.
Yes, yes.
Is it Feminax?
It's specifically for female periods, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
actually quite good.
Yeah, I know. I've
Don't
heard
touch it
about
on the
that.
first 2 days, but on the third day it takes it away
I'm not the first to.
because it's so painful.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one's pretty easy to go over though. We're gonna move on from there.
Yeah. Is the next one the one that looks like a spell? Oh no. Oh, uterus didelphys.
Yeah.
You just told me about this and I'm horrified. I'm not horrified, but
This is so rare. It's so rare.
And if you have this, you actually deserve a medal for just
Yeah.
putting up with it.
So uterus didelphys, like by the name, di means two, uterus di, two uteruses.
2 uteri.
2 uteri. Is it uteri or is it uteruses? I don't know because that's like
Is that
platypi and
octopus and
platypuses.
octopi?
Is it platypi
Is
or
it even
platypuses?
octopi?
I don't think it is. I think it's octopuses. Octopussy?
I think it is octopi in it.
I think it is
I don't know.
octopi.
Is it platypi?
Platypi.
We've gone on a tangent. Anyway,
It's got a bit uteri.
I don't know. We'll have to figure this out.
Well, 2 uterus.
Yeah. So it actually means that your uterus is split in half. So
And
in
you've
the
basically got 2.
yeah. So normally you have 1 ovary for each uterus. So it doesn't it's not like you've got 2 ovaries with 2 little like fallopian tubes and I was gonna say eggs.
Is that a fallopian
Yeah,
tube?
but they sort of look like that, don't they? Like a teapot. But
Short down spout.
no, and then so you can get pregnant at 2 different times. So say if you get pregnant in 1 uterus.
So you could have, realistically, right, you could have sex with one man, have one baby, have sex with another man, have another baby, have twins, but they're from 2 different dads.
And if you do that, I want to know. I need to know immediately.
Please, can we get you on the podcast? That is unreal.
That is excellent. Please. What's
Hello,
more?
can that happen I swear that can happen with 1 uterus. Am I right, is it?
That's probably really rare.
But is that when they're fraternal?
Because you know when sometimes...
Twins?
Yeah, it is fraternal, and it's like non-identical, because that's when you have 2 eggs.
Yeah, but I don't
I
know.
have no
I feel like
idea.
I've heard
Because
a
you
story
still
about
have to be
that.
releasing eggs.
I feel like I saw like Friends or something.
Yeah, I think so, probably.
But that is
They're very
crazy. That's
trustful.
more likely if you've got 2 uterus. And that also
Yeah.
means you have 2 periods. Are they at the same time of the month? Do you sync up?
Not necessarily.
Because that's mine, because we would
Actually,
sync
no.
up.
I don't know. Would it be because you release hormones for certain? Like you release hormones and it would go straight to your uteruses or uterus. So possibly, I don't know. Do you know what? I need to do more research on that one, but I just know about
I
it.
think we should do a whole podcast
It
on
is
this
a real
one. This
thing.
is really interesting.
This is a real thing. Like when I found out, I was like crazy and amazed.
I didn't even think that was possible.
Poor gal that's got it. Whew.
Observing
Whoa.
the vibe. Observing the
Whoa.
vibe.
But yeah.
God,
so-
if you do have it, please, like, I don't know if anyone's watching, but if you do have one, please DM us. I have
I
so
wanna
many
know.
questions to ask.
So bad.
That's so cool. Yeah, well not, but also cool, you know what I mean? Where's the next one? PMS.
Beautiful little PMS.
What is that? Premenstrual.
Premenstrual syndrome.
I just thought everyone had PMS. Is that
I
not a
think
thing?
everyone does have PMS realistically. Right, okay, hold on.
Because you know when people go, oh, like your PMS.
I've just done
thing.
PMS.
Am I
Yeah, they're like, you're literally PMSing.
I literally, I typed in PNS, it went peripheral nervous system. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, I do.
MS. Premenstrual syndrome is the name for the symptoms women can experience in the weeks before their period. So yeah, it literally can. Everyone can have it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
some
like,
people just don't.
yeah.
Like, have, like, mood swings or, like... No, she has mood swings. Yeah, in our last episode I spoke about a friend that barely gets cramps, bleeds for like 2 days. That's our little NHS friend in the
She's sitting
corner.
in the room. Little
It's just
rat.
it's rude.
Yeah.
It's rude.
Symptoms of
I'm
premenstrual
heavily
syndrome
jealous.
include mood swings, tiredness, tummy pain, headaches, and spotty skin. I mean, I'm not being funny. That is every teenager.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I broke out first few days, the few days before my period, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, no.
what's going on?
Or the days after, and I'm like, hello.
Yeah, and I'm just like, my face is like red. Oh,
PMS is pretty standard. I'm sorry, but it's just one of those things. It's just gonna have to
hello,
happen.
Izzy.
PMS. To have PMS, the symptoms that you get before have to go when your period starts for it to count as
So
PMS.
if you got spots afterwards.
So if it carries on through your period, it's not PMS. Then
Oh, so
Yeah,
PMS
you've
is
got other
literally
issues.
just
It's
if you get the
pre-
symptoms
pre-
just
you get
before
them
your
pre, and
period.
then when your period starts, they have to stop.
Oh, so not everyone has PMS.
No.
So I just get symptoms before, during, and after.
Yeah,
So
you
mine's
see,
not PMS.
What if you
Just-
get different symptoms throughout different parts of your cycle? Could you still have PMS, do you reckon?
I think so, but I think certain symptoms are PMS and certain aren't.
Fair play. Do you know what? I am a nurse. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. Wow.
Fair play. Anyway, moving on. There's still more. So the next one is amenorrhea. This one I've just had to look up because I just don't know what it is. But this is the absence of a menstrual period completely. So it means you don't get them, or
Why?
missing a period, not caused by pregnancy, breastfeeding, or menopause, may be a sign of amenorrhea.
Yeah. I skipped a period last year, but that was polycystic ovaries.
Yeah. Or normally you can skip a period from not eating properly, missing sleep, stress.
But it's like
Bunch of things.
amenorrhea is that like when it's happening frequently.
Probably. Is it?
I think it's just the absence.
So
So
like
they
you
get
just
them at
don't
all?
have one
I
at
think
all.
if you like when you get really stressed and you just don't get a period, I think that counts as amenorrhea.
It's
I don't
a
think it has to be
condition.
permanent.
Oh, so it's not like a. Oh, okay, that makes.
I
more
think you
sense.
can have like a period of amenorrhea.
Don't want to put my hand up. The condition
Yes.
will go away on its own for primary amenorrhea caused by genetic abnormalities. Treatment depends on the problem. So whatever amenorrhea, if you have amenorrhea, it will be caused by something, whatever that something is. You have to get sorted out, whether it's just because you're not.
So
doing
anyone
well.
could realistically be diagnosed with amenorrhea.
Yeah.
I've just took a screenshot.
I
Mine
suppose
looks
they
great.
don't really do it because amenorrhea goes away. You can have it once.
It just can
go
happen
away,
and
yeah.
then go away. Oh, that makes more sense. Bit of a nicer one.
Oh, the next one is actually heinous to say.
Please try.
It looks a bit like oligarch. Oligomenorrhea. Oligomenorrhea. There we go.
Yeah.
Oligomenorrhea.
Yeah, that one.
Olive.
I'm not even going to try it. I was going to try it. I got really cocky then. I'm just not going to do it.
Oligomenorrhea.
So what is this one?
Olive? Hold on. Oligomen.
Amenorrhea. It is defined as irregular and inconsistent menstrual blood flow in a woman. Change in menstrual flow is normal. What? What causes it? Another hormone imbalance. What's a shocker?
Of course it is. I was reading that. Oh, look. A type of abnormal menstruation that involves infrequent periods. Mate, that's for everyone in the room.
See, this is what I mean. There's so many conditions that are just so common.
I know. They
They
all
can
have
hap-
very similar symptoms.
I feel like anyone that has a period, they will experience a few of these in their lifetime.
Yeah.
Chances are very, very high.
Do you know what's really aggravating? If I was like a gynecologist or like a doctor for female reproductive health, I would be so pissed off if everyone was coming in with the same particular symptoms but had loads of different like types of problems. I'd be like,
That's why they're so hard to diagnose, and that's why gynecologists, not all of them, but a lot of them would just kind of be like, it's just your period, because there's so many things it could be that are just normal.
Yeah.
There's not really much they can do about them. But just so you're aware of the different ones, so you don't scare yourself. Like, oh, my period's bad. I've got ovarian cancer.
yeah.
If you
Probably don't
Google
do that
it,
to
that's
yourself.
what it'll tell you.
But realistically, most of these can get sorted out just from a blood test. They'll tell you which hormone you're imbalanced about, and then you just sort that out. But no matter what the problem is, you can mostly sort out the hormone imbalance and just balance and stabilise
Yeah,
them.
a lot. As much as some people don't like the pill, I don't really like the pill, but the pill does sort out a lot because their hormone.
Don't like the sodden pill.
Yeah, Some people though works wonders.
Yeah, we're not good. Yeah.
I'm a pill girly.
I thought you weren't a pill girlie.
She
Not
wasn't.
my first one.
Our camerawoman Ellie, she took one of the pills. One of the pills.
One of them.
She took a pill.
Ecstasy. Sorry, we're back on that. No, she didn't. Don't do that. What am I saying? She was on a contraceptive pill and she just couldn't walk.
Sorry. That was
It
really
just
bad.
like Stop table. I don't really. Was it the pain or?
Yeah, I've got such bad back pain that I literally just had to like hunch over like this. Well, you've got to demonstrate because they can't see me. Like this.
Like this.
Like on my couch for like until I stopped taking the pill. And the doctor said it wasn't the pill. And the day after I stopped taking it, I could walk again.
Was it a man doctor?
I walked again.
Was it a man doctor?
It was a man doctor.
Of course it was.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, that was really rude, but
So some people, like, they have the best experience with the pill. Like, I know one girl that she was, like, sorting out my mood. No, it was you. You said
it was
sorting out
me.
your
Yeah.
things.
No, the first
And it was
time.
brilliant, yeah.
The first time, it was really good. I was like, yeah, this is wonderful. I had like spotting every now and again. You know, it's been like, I don't really care. And then I came off the pill, and then I went back on it, and I thought I was gonna die. And I was like, please. I actually passed out because I was bleeding for 2 months, and it was just.
We need to do a whole episode on the pill because there's so much to say.
Oh yeah,
But bottom line is, sometimes it's really good to sort out all of these period problems. Sometimes you just don't work for you.
No, they don't.
Just don't work.
It's
And it's a bit of a trial and error kind of vibe.
Yeah, for reals.
It's not the most fun, but get there. You know what I mean?
So that's enough of Oligarcha Maria. I don't know how
That
to
got turned
pronounce
into a pumpkin. What's going on there? Anyway.
it. Right, the next two sound very similar, but they're not. Metorrhagia. Metorrhagia. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Metorrhagia.
Yeah, what's that one?
I'll look it up for you.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Metorrhagia. Look up the pronunciation while you're there.
Oh, hold on, how do you pronounce it? No. Heavy periods are when you lose a lot of blood during your period or your
Fact
periods.
checker, can you look up how to pronounce
Yeah,
it?
please do.
Hell yeah.
Please.
It's basically periods where you lose a lot of blood during, like on it, or your periods last a long time. So it's not irregular.
Does it mean like your blood's
necessarily.
thinner, so there's more?
No, not necessarily, because it could be blood clots as well. Because if you lose a lot of blood and then it's mostly blood clots, then.
When I was younger, I didn't know that you could have blood clots when
Oh,
you
I jumped
when you
here,
have
aren't
your
I?
period. I remember I was like, this is so much TMI. Oh my god! But yeah, I was having a shower and then just one plopped out, and I was like, oh my god, miscarriage. I was a virgin. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Quickly learned blood clots are a thing.
That was
Yeah.
a twist. and a half.
It was definitely a twist. I was in the shower like mourning this child, and I didn't have one. Yeah, I don't know.
Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, so.
What's the pronunciation?
Metorrhagia.
No, it's not.
Metorrhagia.
Tell it was metorrhagia.
It's metorrhagia.
Metorrhagia.
No, by God.
Rhagia.
Right, the main symptoms are heavy periods are lasting.
This is
no.
not a funny subject.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Shut your mouth. Anyway.
Proposed.
Yeah, compose. Heavy periods. Losing a lot of blood during your period or your period lasts longer than 7 days. I mean, sometimes you can have periods that last longer than 7 days and they're quite normal. But most of the time, if they do, I just go to the doctor.
If you're bleeding for more than 7 days, that's a lot of blood to be losing.
And I know this is a really tricky subject, the heavy period subject, which is how much blood are you meant to lose, how much blood.
It does actually
okay.
just depend on the person. I
It
hate that
really
answer,
does.
but it does.
I know, because there's some people that are like, oh no, like, I literally, like, one menstrual cup and I'm done. I'm like, you actually buggering me off.
If the menstrual cup's a bucket, yeah, same.
If the menstrual cup's a bucket, the menstrual cup? Oh yeah, the menstrual bucket.
Hello.
Stone! Stop it! Decline. Right, if the menstrual bucket is a lot and it's full, I would definitely go to the doctor. It's not a cup anymore if it's a bucket, is it?
No, I was just saying.
You just saw what Ellie dropped me. It's
No,
hysterical.
I was just.
What's wrong?
I was just saying, no, I've got to explain my joke now, it's not as funny. You're saying, if someone says, oh, they've one menstrual cup and they're done, and I said, yeah, same, if the menstrual cup's a bucket.
Oh, so if it was a bucket. Oh, well, the cup isn't a cup, it's a bucket, is it? Oh, I got
No, it's not.
obviously.
Funnily enough.
Right, we're moving on from this metorrhagia. I got it.
Metorrhagia.
Right, the next one is menorrhagia. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Probably.
I mean, I'm not being funny, it's not that, is it?
Menorrhagia.
Rager.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna
I did that 5 minutes ago, I can't even judge you. Why are you reacting like that? What is it?
I don't think these are the right way around. Like, because oligomenorrhea.
That's the same one as this one, isn't it?
Which was the abnormal periods?
That one,
Oligarchorrhea.
maybe.
Is the same as.
Oh, okay. So there's a few that cross over that are quite
Yeah.
similar. And even like all of these, other than like polycystic ovaries and endometriosis, they're all like extremely common where you're probably going to experience one of these at some point. You're going to have a heavier period 1 month,
Yeah.
and that will be menorrhagia, and then another month you might miss one, and then you've got amenorrhea for the month. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think the vibe we're getting from this.
Yeah. They all cross over, they're all entwined, and they're all very annoying. Oh my
You
god.
could explain men that way too, to be fair. Sorry.
Different shapes and sizes.
Love men. Love to men.
Love to.
Fuck the
Love to men.
patriarchy. Oh, okay.
Love the patriarchy. No, we don't. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Yeah, I feel like I've learnt quite a lot.
I feel like I need to figure them all out to what they are separately to like get it in my head. But I think we've gone through them for the most part, and like there's nothing that I don't particularly know now about like different heavy periods.
It makes me realise that a lot of my periods are like not normal, but like I'm maybe not dying like I thought I was. And other women will experience the exact same thing, and it's like, oh, you've just got one of these things.
Yeah.
Other than polycystic ovaries and endometriosis.
Yeah.
There's other things to do with that.
There's a few different. There's like a couple of them like endometriosis, PCOS, uterine duodenal. No, it's
Dysmenorrhea.
uterine diadelphys. Sorry, I can't get this out of my head. I think keep saying duo. But that is obviously a very different time. That you can't really treat that unless you take one of the uteruses.
I was just
out.
going to say, could you just take one out? But if they're like, it's just one that's split.
I don't know. Oh, you know what?
Interesting.
Another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
Well,
that's the end of
hope
the
you've
podcast.
learnt a few things.
A couple.
Raised a few awarenesses.
Mm.
Even I was shocked by that one. Don't know where that came from.
Awarenesses.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll let you know what the next podcast episode is going to be about.
Yeah, we haven't even told you this one's coming out yet, so.
No, it'll be a little shock, little surprise.
Not good
Well, they already be watching. They'll know when it's out.
No, but we'll film this on another day, Ellie. Disgraceful.
Anyway. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. See you later.